Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. Just letting this live start up. I am Becky Vannes. Hey, Gabriella. Hey. I am Becky Vannes. I am not Heather Nichols, but we are Heather, Gabriella, and I. Hi, Maya. And we are going to talk about the Generative Business Pods. Cool. It says we're adding. It says it's adding you. Hi, Dean. Let's give it a couple seconds. Gabrielle. It says it's adding you. Try it again. Okay, I'll try again. Let me exit.
There we are. My iPhone settings weren't right because I'm usually on my computer. Hi,
Yay!
Becky.
Hi.
Oh
Hi.
my
Hi.
goodness.
Oh, thank you for coming on here on
Oh my
Heather's
gosh.
page. Yeah.
I know. I love taking over Heather's page. It's a pleasure to do this.
I know, it's sort of like exciting. I'm like, okay, everybody, I am not Heather. Hi, I am Becky. And we are on Heather's page. And we're just going to talk a few minutes on generative business pods. Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's been so fun talking to, like, I was just going to do kind of one interview, and then it's been so fun. And then being able to talk to all of you guys and just dive into the energy of the business pods, the energy that you guys are then and be with the business pods has just like exploded my world. So let's keep doing them, like, right? If you guys want to talk about them, and they're so fun for me. So
Yeah, I've watched some of the others. It's been really fun, and the business pods have been such a contribution. It's just, a pleasure to talk about them.
yeah.
And
Well, let's
yeah.
first, like, so I heard that you said you were doing a foundation. So, like, for everybody that would
Mhm.
be jumping on here, like, who are you? Like, who are you? What do
Oh,
you
who
do?
am I? I'm Gabrielle
Yeah.
Vena. I'm a certified facilitator
Yeah.
of access consciousness. And I have specialized certifications in being you and joy of business. So I facilitate
Oh,
classes and do
yay.
private and group sessions on all of that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I
And
feel so
so
lucky.
when so the generative business pods, when did you sign up? When did you start?
It's interesting. When Heather first started them, maybe it was after the first round of them, or even when she first started them years ago, it was one of those things that pinged me, and they were always in my world. And I think it was about a year and a half ago that finally I went, oh, now. And I think it was like the day before they started that round. I'm going,
Now's the time.
now's the time. And so I jumped in, and I think I've done 3 consecutive rounds of them. And some of it is I just love being in those conversations about creation and possibility, and really not buying into the limitations that most people function from when it comes to business, or even just the business of your life, right?
Wow.
They're
Super
very
cool.
different conversations. Yeah.
And
And
well,
it's
you know what
been
I'm
such a
finding is,
contribution.
yeah, is interesting is so I've talked to Grant, and I've talked to Jolynn, and
Yeah.
like you're like I'm hearing different things, and one is once they've signed up, like they've continued to do them, which is super cool, right? Like the idea of like um wow, this is continuing just to contribute, right? Like to my life and my
Hmm.
business, and like with Heather, I get that she makes such a demand of herself in her business that even being in these creations, you know, like all of us, like you being a certified facilitator, like when you make that
Mm-hmm.
demand in your life and then you surround yourself,
I don't know if
put
it's,
it on.
oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, my phone rang. Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, I
note to
forgot
self,
to mute
next
mine
hearing,
too. Oh,
you put
well.
it on do not
Do not
disturb.
disturb.
My phone's ringing. And but like what I'm saying is like when you're surrounded and then with people that have that demand in their world, it opens up such an opportunity. No, not it is the energy, and then it becomes a choice for you as well.
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter what your business is. I mean, these conversations contribute. And even if you don't have your own business, you know, that's what I found. Being in these pods with people doing all different kinds of things. It's like the contribution that they were and the expansion in people's lives, regardless of what it is that they're actually doing and why they decided to become a part of the pods. Like everyone's worlds expands. And I know everyone said this, but like other people will bring something up and it applies somehow, right? And it creates a change in your own world. So being a part of a group um, really makes a difference. Like it expands everything that you're already looking at
Yeah.
in a beautiful way.
Yeah, in such an amazing way. Wow. So what like if what would these have contributed to your business, right? Like if
Yeah.
you're looking at anything like right, like how not how, scratch how.
What?
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 Yeah, like how
Um,
has this contributed to your business?
it's been really interesting. What I've noticed most is, I made the demand to choose to do this. You're already making a demand for something greater, something different. And what I've noticed is making that demand and then almost like there's a presence that comes along with it where I used to check in and out of my business. And it's not that I don't ever do that still, of course, but
Right.
there is a presence that of a thread that's run through me with my business since I started this that then starts generating and creating something different. Like things are easier. And when I go to put a class up or create a new project, there's just more ease and flow with it. And I used to go to this place where if I had a lot of different things on my plate at once, I'd get overwhelmed with it, right? Like having ADD and all of that. It's sort of like, oh my God, there's 9,000 shiny objects. And,
Yeah.
I still I'll get a little flustered sometimes, yet there's more space with it. It's easier for me to have like 5 things that are either upcoming that I'm working on and still something new that isn't even, created yet or put out in the world. That's been a huge shift for me. Like knowing that I can have my attention on all of them, even if I'm not physically doing something for all of them. Like there's something about not pulling your energy out of your creations that, of course, uh,
Yeah.
makes things greater. And
Yeah.
just in general, things are more successful, and I'm having more fun with it.
Well, it's interesting because that like it kind of reminds me of so I have a couple businesses and I'm a total humanoid, so I love to create. Like when
Yeah.
things are so fun, they're so fun. And then like before I got into Access, it was like, oh, well, I have this now. I don't need this anymore, right? Like that functioning. Whereas like what you were just explaining is that I get like I'm so much more able to be present with all of them, and I don't have to kill one creation than to like have the next creation. The really just being able to be the energy of speaking with all of them and not either or, which is so fun and so generative. You know, like, because like right now I have like 5 businesses and they're super fun. So, you know, when you have these tools to be able to like energize it with them, oh, and then being able to nurture them is so cool. It looks like I lost Gabrielle. Hmm. Well, we'll see if she comes back. It was like, wow, we just had a super, super great conversation though. So if we don't get her, maybe we were done, right? Maybe that was it. We could be on to our next live.
My do not disturb apparently does not work on my phone because I put it on and I still got a call and then I post. I'm like, oh,
business
so
is
hopefully I won't get any more calls.
Yay. Well, you know, and I was like, well, gosh, we've had a lot of good little nuggets here already. Maybe we're done, universe. Well, so we can wrap it up because I'm so grateful for you giving us your time to come on here and just talk about a little bit about Heather and the Generative Business Pods. Maybe like one last thing, would you recommend these business pods to any
Yeah,
others that are listening?
I was actually going to say that.
Yay.
Yes, I highly recommend them. And, you know, I'm a joy of business facilitator. And
Yes.
yet through these business pods, I have way more joy with business. Like, there's just an energy about them and a place where you get to honor yourself and start to acknowledge like your own gifts and capacities and to start doing something with them. And I would say too, I've been a certified facilitator for, I don't know, like 5+ years and, you know, at
Wow.
least a bars facilitator for 7 years. And it
Yay.
doesn't matter like how much access you have under your belt and what you're doing, it's still a huge gift and a wonderful conversation to be a part of.
Yes.
Yep, I I love them. Heather's brilliant. She's, you know, a wonderful facilitator and just has, you know, a wonderful way of talking about all these tools of access consciousness and joy of business and all of that that um, you know, just can't, if you're willing to receive it, can't help but create some brilliant change in your world. So, yep, love the pods,
Yes.
love Heather.
Yeah. And I'll have more of that. Brilliant business change, brilliant change everywhere. So I know there is a call tonight, and she's made it free. So this next round of business pods do start in July 25th, I believe, for the 6 months, and they run to January. And the theme is being undefined with business. So she is doing a call tonight. I'll put the link in here for the times and all that, but it is free. Like, how cool is that? So, right, like it was a call, and then she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, this needs to be free."
Nah, she has a great generosity of spirit.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So cool. Thank you so much.
Oh gosh,
And
thank you, Becky. What a pleasure.
oh my God, it's been so fun. Yay. Okay. I told you to be quick and I told you to be fun. So thank you and have a great foundation class this weekend.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Yay. Bye. Thank you.